This week marks the finish line for two young aspiring journalists that APTN News has had with us for the past 6 months through a partnership with Journalism for Human Rights and the Indigenous Journalists Association. Here at headquarters in Winnipeg is Veronica Blackhawk, who joined the newsroom helping contribute to our daily news programs. And in our Montreal bureau, Angela Bello spent time working alongside Tom Fenario with APTN Investigates. They join us now to talk about their fellowship. Veronica and Angela, thank you both for being here. Veronica, we'll start with you. You filed more than 15 stories over your time at APTN National News. How was your experience?
It's been so nice being able to learn from such a supportive team, especially people who equally care about Indigenous issues just as much. And yeah, it's really been a great experience.
And Angela, you did an hour-long APTN Investigates piece. What was that like for you?
Challenging, definitely, but exciting too. I learned so much, and I had a great team of people supporting me throughout the whole process. I mean, investigative journalism isn't easy, so having people who have the experience with the research and the interviewing and the filming and all of it combined, putting it together, it really changed the way that I saw journalism and the news and sort of my future as well. Yeah.
And Veronica, your final project, you did a 5-part series called Face Value on Indigenous identity, lineage, and kinship. It aired last week, the last segment actually. It really follows the conversation after the fallout from the reporting of Buffy St. Marie's identity. As a musician yourself, talk about the importance of having this conversation.
It was really mind-opening to be in those spaces with those professionals and just kind of confirm all of the things that are impacting us as a community. One of the biggest takeaways too is, like, me being a musician, of course I work with Indigenous people, but I also work with tons of non-Indigenous industry folks. And so a lot of those issues are hard to gauge for the entire community. But from what I've learned is that all of my non-Indigenous allies have been able to take away something from that, and they're using it as like an educational resource. So that means so much to me, being able to have that for everybody.
Definitely a topic that's close to your heart. And Angela, investigative journalism can be a long road. Is there any advice you can give to others who are thinking about wanting to take on more in-depth stories?
The first thing that comes to mind is have a good system for putting all your information in a place that's easy to go back to and refer back to, because sometimes you get lost in the thick of the story and talking to people that certain things go amiss. And so being able to have something like a database or like a good filing system for all the files is probably one of the best advice I can give to people, and not be afraid to ask the hard questions too.
And Veronica, what's next for you in your career? You know, you just had a real fun run here with all these stories you got to do. What's next?
I'll be hanging out in Yellowknife for Folk on the Rocks Music Festival, along with Calgary Folk Music Festival for my band Tinge. We're hitting the road shortly after this internship is done, so I'm really excited to go be doing more music.
Right on, that sounds like fun. And Angela, what's next for you? And do you have any advice to those wanting to apply for the fellowship?
Oh my gosh. Next for me, I'm kind of unsure, but I did apply to a journalism program, so I'm looking forward to September to see what that brings. And for advice for anybody wanting to participate in the fellowship, take a chance, especially here in Montreal. I know that in Quebec, there's a lot of French-speaking Indigenous people who might not feel that their stories matter or their voices are important. So I would just say, even those people who have a different language, like, take a chance, apply, see what opportunities come.
Right on, definitely strong words of advice there. Veronica and Angela, thank you so much for being here. We wish you all the best on your futures ahead. And thank you for all of your great and strong journalism while being with us. We really appreciate it.
It was an honor.
Yeah, thank you, Creason.